Let's go, game kedua bang ya. 1-0 untuk TLPH. Onyx 0, TLPH 1. Ini 2-0 atau 1 sama. Harusnya 1 sama bang ya. Let's go, ini dia game kedua antara Onyx melawan TLPH. Kali ini Karl-TZ-nya masih pakai YSS. King Kong-nya masih dipercayakan pakai Lancelot bang ya.
That's why Khalid's so good right now. Just how fast he can rotate around the map easily get vision. And because of his quicksand guard, that means that if he gets caught into trouble, he uses that, potentially buys time. If no one's gonna come respo, he'll flicker out. There's a reason why Khalid has been really picked up a lot more, and why I start using it when we play ranked together.
Yeah. I mean, also just with the mobility he has through the emblem
Karat
combination, Super Friends already really low.
Telat kali flickernya.
For TLPH!
Burns the flicker too, a little bit too late for the Monster Mage. That is bad for Onyx.
Very bad debut pick for JP on this Khalid. So that's back-to-back debut picks now.
Udah tewas,
Because of
flicker
it
terbuang
being paired
lagi.
up with Juicin, you are expected to be aggressive and set the tempo through trades in mid.
Yeah, King Kong will try to go for Sanji. Oh, gets to at least not the full
SD
combo,
Mekaya,
but it won't
Sanji.
be enough just yet to get a pick off. So they still aren't able to trade what happened just now in the mid lane. It's a really good start so far we're seeing for Team Liquid Philippines.
That's just a 300 gold lead as the first turtle spawns. And it seems that Onyx is able to control that pixel brush. But because of the broken walls, JP has free reign over the bottom lane as well. And both XP laners just hurting each other, looking for that level 4. And Super Prince able to have that feathered airstrike right on time for this upcoming turtle fight.
Yeah. Look at the movement speeds. We're seeing Kirk still not level 4, and TLPH are clearly the ones trying to take control. JP is not letting Onyx out of sight. Now Brusco getting some information. Kirk easily gains access to the turtle pit as well, but Karl-TZ and Sanji, they seem to be working on this member who can just constantly regain his HP back.
Wow.
So this is
They're dancing the turtle.
Yeah.
JP
flicker.
already used the flicker. Sanford keeping his eyes out for King Kong. Flicker already committed by Sanji. They get to spot Kelra, but Carl still survives. Sanji actually saves him there with a clutch lantern flare, but King Kong, he will be able to secure this objective, and that well-timed feathered airstrike from Super Prince takes down JP.
And TLPH lost out on that turtle fight, but at least Karl-TZ still alive.
Yeah, great aggression there actually. Karl-TZ, okay, he almost fell down to the buff, but then Sanji just got a little bit of the aggro from it so that Karl-TZ wouldn't get killed by the purple buff. Okay, so for the side of Onyx now, I like how Kirk acknowledged, hey, CC at this point has one simple job. You get curtain call off, man. Someone should follow up. You back off. If you die, it's okay. You got curtain call. Job done. The good thing is it was Karl-TZ that he was able to curtain call and bring down really low, which forced him out of the range of the turtle.
Mati dong.
Super Prince
Biar mati dong
again, still surviving. JP finds the kill, but look at Brusco.
Tapi setidaknya masih mati ya.
Let go of Oheb, but that's gonna be a 3-for-1 trade, clearly in favor of TLPH.
JP looking for Kelra here, but Kelra able to escape, and that's gonna be really bad for the side of Onyx Philippines, considering that this is already Super Fritz's second death within the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, surprise dive there onto King Kong by Sanford and Karl-TZ. Don't think he was expecting it. Meanwhile, Super Fritz is gonna get caught again! Super Fritz, he's getting his rotation read by Sanji and Liquid so damn well.
Oh man, the Monster Mage being silenced here in the early game, and Kelra already half HP, but Brusco there to help him out. Sanji looking for the sun, and JP clutch heal.
Flicker. Nice, Kelranya dapat.
The last hit. Sanji couldn't do much to help him as well, but the energy shields up top, they're nearly gone.
And even after all of those exchanges, it's just a 1,000 gold lead for Team Liquid Philippines.
Yeah.
This is still anybody's ball game.
Yeah, the gold lead is growing between the two junglers. Almost 700, getting closer to 1,000 for Karl-TZ. Meanwhile, there's a growing gap between Sanji, Insu, and Super Prince as well. Something that Onyx really need to answer, because if Sanji just starts racking up kills, that's going to be it for them.
Yeah. And now you can see how confident Sanji is, even in terms of positioning, putting himself up front. King Kong trying to look for targets too. but they won't be engaging
Berarti
in
kalah gold
any
ini,
fight
King Kong.
just yet. Look at where Team Liquid Philippines have
Tadi mati
positioned
dia sekali
themselves.
orangnya.
Yeah.
Everyone, you could expect them to come in at every single angle.
They're dancing the second turtle of the game
JP
too. Super
di
Friend
depan
still
karir.
being more careful about his positioning. It looks like Sanford is going to be regenning out of
Stun.
this turtle, but the stun lands. Turtle low on HP.
Mountain Shocker already committed the curtain call, only landed on
Super
Carl.
Prince
They
na.
will be letting go of the objective, but will TLPH still decide to fight? King Kong dashes in, but that might have made, or he might have made a wrong decision.
Masih selamat.
Pushing against
Dipaksa
this game,
dong.
but that's a Crimson Beacon in coming in from Sanji. But Brusco,
Masih selamat
he
King
finds the
Kongnya.
kill instead. Kelro still has the
Kelro.
7-4. He's gonna dance against 4 members. Might have enough damage to deal with them, but at least Team Liquid Philippines,
ada
they're
flicker,
able to
bos.
run away, but not for long. Kirk still tries to go for the chase. JP goes back in, but now it's officially a disengage.
In a 1-for-1
Wah,
trade
apa
of a
itu, Bang?
mid laner for a roamer. Who won that trade?
Well, let's start things first off. Onyx Philippines, because of the curtain call that Kirk was able to drop off, that actually was a deterrent for Team Liquid Philippines to continue fighting. It stopped them.
Format sama
Forced
apa tadi
TC
tuh?
back and
Yeah.
Onyx was able to get the turtle. But then Team Liquid Philippines were able to get some key kills there that it ended up becoming even. Because at this point, Onyx getting the turtle is just as big as Liquid getting kills. It's just things getting balanced out.
Yeah, and just a 500 gold lead for TLPH means everybody's still pretty much in the game. Just a 500 gold lead in the jungle in terms of Carl DZ versus King Kong, but the rest are pretty much equal. Things are looking to be great here as the turret
ball,
falls down.
atasnya.
Onyx Philippines, they find a turret up top as the game progresses. We are about to enter our Lord, or last turtle rather, in 35 seconds, and seems that TLPH will be the ones controlling that pit early on.
Yeah, but macro-wise, it's interesting how Onyx are the first to take some turrets away from TLPH, and it's Brusco who's slightly ahead of JP in terms of XP, in terms of levels just now too. So even despite how Team Liquid Philippines have been performing in the early game, Onyx, they know their way around
Yep.
it.
Yep, and now 15 seconds from now, it seems that the TLPH squad still scrambling to get their first turtle. How important is this for Onyx?
Well, if they get this third
Kedua
turtle
ya,
and they get
turtle
some
untuk Onyx.
kills, then they're going to be pushing their lead. If Liquid get that turtle, should still be a little bit okay for them. However, it's just really boils down to who gets more kills after the fact.
JP trying to look for targets
Hey.
from behind. Wait, that was a
Flicker.
flicker committed by Brusco, but he couldn't find anyone, and now
Oh,
Carl TZ is the one who's able to secure the Turtle Mountain Shocker, landing on 2 members. Crimson Beacon in
Goodbye.
as well. Sanji finds the kill on Kirk. Better to airstrike. Somehow forcing them back.
tinggal
Dancing,
menghabisi dia.
looking for targets, and picks up a shutdown against Carl. And Sanford is next to fall, but JP still trying to go for the chase. He has to use the flicker to escape, and that'll be it for now.
Untuk
It
dua.
became a 2-for-2 trade up, but the turtle is secured by Carl TZ.
Yeah, and because of that, Liquid
Rugi nih,
won
bos.
the engagement. Warning shot though for Liquid, the Aerith is starting to become an issue. However, good thing that Oheb was able to keep himself alive with conservative positioning, and of course, similar to how we saw in the previous game where Few kept protecting Super Marcos Moskov as the juice in, Sanji is quick to readjust his position in team fights so that he can quickly go back to Oheb to give space for him.
Yep, and now it looks like the mid lane turret is the next target here for TLPH. Great defense, however, coming in from Onyx Philippines, able to defend it for a minute longer. And so far for
Sekarang kalau
TLPH,
TG-nya
they are looking to be
yang di
ahead in
atas
terms of
sedikit,
level
di
slightly
atas King Kong.
against King Kong for Carl TZ. But overall, this is still an even ball game. 9 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, Keller is able to deal that much damage to Sanford. So this is going to be
Ouch.
Ouch.
really difficult for them. If
Even
the
we felt
crash
that.
was long enough. Ouch. Yeah, that hurt. Oh,
That's
wait.
just one arrow,
Look.
but wait a minute.
Now this is really going to hurt. Brusco needs to run away from this. Thornrose lands onto JP.
Yikes.
Still has the quicksand guard though, so
Alright.
he's still alive.
Yeah, that looked like a damage heat check from both teams, and the answer is both teams have hella damage. So it's just gonna boil down to who'll be able to play the team fights a lot better, and who can check out the key conditions. The problem is if you're gonna be trying to chase down Granger, if you're the side of Onyx Philippines, then, well, you also still have the YSS to deal with. If Sanji stays alive, he can actually be a surprising source of good damage that is going to be problematic for you. On the other side for Team Liquid, Kelra, even if you dive on him, as long as he's on his Zaman Force and Super Prince is in a safe distance,
Sepertinya
toss on
motong
the
itu.
Feathered Airstrike, then it
Kejar
seems
dong.
like that Harith can live on, keep fighting, and actually mess you up.
I agree. I think the Farsa should be given a bit more attention. I know
Yeah.
Team
Yes.
Liquid Philippines did already put much attention in the early
Itu
stages
gol
of the
mas
game, but
menempel
all the
PH
more
di sini.
now that it seemingly is the way to activate Kelra.
Yeah,
Cuma
they couldn't
1000
stop
doang.
it. The moment that the Salmon Force plus the Feathered Airstrike lands in, they lock in that zone, and it's significantly hard for Team Liquid Philippines to win in that zone. So now Carl Teasy has to regen for a bit here, half HP already. They're going to be able to push up this mid lane turret quite easily, but the Lord is still being held hostage by Onyx Philippines, and here we go, the vertical Lord Dance.
Alright, concealed plays,
difokusin ka.
Cusco being bursted down, JP looking for a target, he goes for Super Prince! There goes the Raging Sandstorm, and this is last! King Kong also gets the Lord, but look at what JP and Sanford are doing down bottom! OM also able to take care of Kirk
Tapi di belakang
in
juga
the
dia
other
cacak
team
itu.
fight that's going on! And look at how split up everything
Kelra.
is! OM still fighting, but
flicker.
he survives!
It was a trap set up by Kelra and King Kong, but OM had the flicker out. Fast hands by the Filipino sniper.
And now they're going to defend. A Lord is marching down bottom lane, and King Kong is stealing away objectives away from Team Liquid Philippines. Yes, TLPH still holds the gold lead, but right now, Onyx
Nah,
Philippines
sekarang
has
malah
the
King
chance
Kongnya yang
to turn it
duluan
around. They have the Lord down
level
bottom lane,
15.
and they could go for an aggressive maneuver in the next 2 minutes.
For now, they are going to take care of the waves. Onyx Philippines, they definitely have had an easier time at handling the macro. And Team Liquid Philippines, it seems like they need to win the fights first before they're able to actually convert. And that's going to be a problem if this continues, but at least they're able to hold
Wow.
on to the slight lead.
They cleanly mitigate the damage coming in from Onyx Philippines, regardless of that Lord. There's only 2 turrets that fell down in the hands of Onyx Philippines. And now TLPH
Buff
still
birunya.
miraculously,
Buff
even
purple
losing
buffnya.
out that fight, and the Lord still holds the gold lead.
Yeah, they are. Oh,
Ouch.
Kelra half HP. They did a pretty great job at poking him down, but they for sure are not gonna fully commit right here. They have
Yeah.
limited information, and there is an upcoming objective too.
Okay, so what I like that Onyx has been doing is they've continuously split the fight, keeping the Juice in and the Granger back, pushing them back. So now Team Liquid Philippines, I think they have to be a little bit more conservative with their approaches. Yes, JP and Sanford are applying so much pressure into the backline of Onyx, but you need your Granger and Juice in with you. So wait for Onyx to engage. That doesn't mean be passive, but just be proactive with your reactivity, if that makes sense.
I feel like they
Masih
are being a
berjaga-jaga.
lot.
Jeder.
They're showing a lot of
Jeder.
proactivity right now.
Jeder.
Sanji even suffers a lot of damage coming in from that Feathered Airstrike, and that will signal TLPH to go down for a bit. But King Kong almost finding an angle out of nowhere there. But so far, things are going to calm down once again. 40 seconds before the next big objective spawns. And TLPH still ahead by 700 gold, but that doesn't really matter considering that
Waduh,
everybody
keras sekali,
has the
Bang.
damage that they need. And
Gameplay
everybody
mereka
has the
ini.
battle spells to keep each other in check the moment that those fights start.
Yeah, the Feathered Airstrike will be back, or there, it's already back. Sanji didn't use a flicker or a Crimson Beacon to escape what happened just now too. It's only the Mountain Shocker that has been used so far. It's Sanford against King Kong and even Carl.
Eh,
That's
kena
a Feathered Airstrike.
strateginya.
Oh no! He finds Carl Teasy, damages him enough, but he will not fall.
Right. Good thing that the Feather Airstrike is being used by Super Friends early because it forces reactions and rotations out from Team Liquid. And I'm sure he understands the timing that as long as he has his ultimate and Feathered Airstrike with him for the objective dances, then it should be good. Should be coming back in just a few more seconds while Onyx can continue to push the envelope. But I think JP is actually playing a little bit more way forward actually to try and get vision onto King Kong and Kelra. And at the same time, that allows Team Liquid Philippines to play this Lord take to their tempo because they can consistently have a man marking the jungler and carries of Onyx.
And look at Sanford just tanking the damage
Yep.
coming in from this Lord. This is the second Lord of the game, which means it hurts just a bit more. And King Kong will be able to deal a bit of damage here. But here comes the concealed play. JP on the back as well.
Yeah, Kelra definitely hurt. There's the knock-up. JP doesn't find the target. Consecration already used, but Carl
Eh, mati Carl Teasy-nya.
by Kelra. Sanji too has to run away. Brusco did a spectacular job at zoning everyone else. JP using the quick
Mati
Vanguard,
semua,
but
bos.
he will not survive
Dua.
long. Sanford has to flicker
Mati
out and
tiga.
he cannot.
Jeder.
Kelra now on a
Jeder.
mega kill.
And now look
Eh,
at
dikejar.
no, greedy.
Terlalu dalam, bos.
Greedy. A bit too much, but it
Terlalu
forces
emosi,
them
Bang.
back. King Kong will be back in 35, but Onyx have the Lord and could continue to apply pressure. Again, we spoke about the Harith, and Kelra has a perfect game so far. 4, 0, and 2 assists.
Now the push continues for Onyx Philippines. You have 2 seconds on Carl TZ, 5 on JP. Here comes the feathered airstrike, zoning out Oheb and Sanji, and it looks like going to be the turret going down on the hands of Onyx Philippines. Mid lane is down, bottom lane looks to be the next target, but all of the members of TLPH now alive.
They're all working together to make sure this turret
Ooh,
doesn't go
step
down.
flicker.
They're able to zone out the members of Onyx PH, and somehow they're still able to defend it. But Sanji, why was he there? Now he uses the Crimson Beacon just to escape. That was a close call, and now they have to work on their waves first.
Oh, feathered airstrike called out here. Kellerman, Salmon Force,
Sampai ke dalam dong.
he goes down, and he fights 1-2. Sanford looks to be next.
Oh no, only 3 members of Team Liquid Philippines trying to defend this. Look at Kirk! Already under the base, but he might get taken down. Somehow gets to jump away from danger, but King Kong too, he's already back. He's trying to look for another
Dia
kill.
acak-acak,
Kelra waiting
bang.
for the Salmon Force once again, but there are still incoming waves
Lane
that
terakhir.
Liquid has to take care of. But
Dihajar
Onyx has their
turretnya.
eyes set on the base.
Satu sama,
We
GG,
are
bos.
going 9 games
Seru
today.
parah,
We're
bang.
heading